Hello and welcome to the Mahindra AQ on NDTV. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Partnkar. On this show, we increase your automobile knowledge, your auto quotient. Every year, we've seen the level of participation get better and better. We have new prizes this year with the Season 6 champion team winning a pair of Mahindra E2O cars and the runners-up getting a Mahindra Centuro motorcycle each. Today, we're introducing you to the qualifiers from the East Zone. First up, we've got Chirag Dhyawala and Anshuman Sharma from ISM Dhanbad joining us. They, of course, made it through the qualifier in Kolkata. Welcome, guys. From NIT Patna, we've got Rohit Kashyap and Sayandeep Sadhu. Good to see you and familiar faces, as I keep saying. It's great to see that. Speaking of which, we've got one of the past AQ champions returning to us. That's, of course, from Tezpur University, Ashutosh Das. Good to see you. And along with him, a new teammate, Vedanta Barua. Finally, rounding things off, from Rourkela, NIT Rourkela brings us Nishant Nihar, and Sampath Mishra is from the Steel Authority of India's Rourkela plant as well. Good to see you guys and all the very best to you. We're going to start off our first round. So how well do you know your favorite car? That's the question I'm going to be asking you. We're going to have a grid come up on the big screen right now, a choice of 8 iconic cars coming up on there. And then you simply have to select the one you think you know most about. The question will be about that car. 200 kilometers for the right answer, 100 in case the question passes. Take a look at all the pictures there. All right, boys, the choices you have there, the Ford GT40, the Chevrolet Corvette, the Mini from BMW, that is, the Honda Civic, the DeLorean DMC-12, good old Hindustan Ambassador, the Lamborghini Countach, and the Nissan GT-R. All right, so let's have your choice.
Ambassador.
The Ambassador, staying right here in India, the old Austin-designed B-Series OHV Straight 4 BMC 1.5-litre petrol engine was replaced by a new 1.8-litre engine, making it the fastest production car in India at the time. Which Japanese manufacturer made that 1.8-litre engine?
It's Mitsubishi.
It's Mitsubishi, they say. That's incorrect. The question passes to NIT.
It's Isuzu.
It's Isuzu, they say. That's 100 kilometers. Right answer. Isuzu is right. NIT Patna, you got 7 choices still. Tell me what you like.
We'll go with DMC D12.
Which series of films turned the DeLorean DMC-12 into an iconic car?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. That's an easy one. You got lucky there. And everybody knew that answer. Thank you so much, because you picked up 200 kilometers for yourself. Tezpur University, 6 choices.
Nissan GTR.
The GT-R. After reviving the Nissan Skyline GT-R in 1989, Nissan developed a special system called the ATESA, that's A-T-T-E-S-A, ETS for the car. Why was this system developed?
Electronic traction system.
Says it's a traction system. That sounded like a guess because it's incorrect. It moves on now to Rourkela. No answer? All right, can't hold it that long. Let's go across to Kolkata. Guys, any answer?
Automatic gearbox.
Says automatic. That's still not it. NIT Patna?
Turbo stratified fuel injection.
All right, no, lots of guesswork there. The correct answer, very simply, it just made the car all-wheel drive. What will it be for the last team?
Mini.
Mini, they say, and the question. Which current model from BMW in its Mini lineup is a 3-door coupe version of the Countryman and debuted as a concept car at the 2011 Detroit Motor Show? I simply need to know the name of the model.
Is it Superlega?
Is it Superlega? No, it's not. It moves on now to Kolkata again.
Cooper S.
Cooper S. No, that's not right. NIT Patna?
Paceman.
Paceman, they say. This is definitely your round. 100 kilometers once again to you. It's very simply the Paceman, the new model. All right, so that's a quick end to round 1. There was a lot of scoring there, but we're not going to talk about scores. We're going to quickly look at round 2. The carpool is our next round, and this is where you have clips that will play out from the Car and Bike Show from right here on the NDTV network, a show I think I know a little bit about. And hopefully you do too, because then this will go a little bit easier for you. There are individual questions that will come your way, so there is no passing. However, if you get the answer wrong, you have the chance to pass it to a team of your choice, and if they get it right, you get to split points. So 200 kilometers for the right direct answer, and if you pass it, It's 100 kilometers each if the second team gets it right. There is no negative marking and there'll be no passing beyond that. We're going to switch the order around. We'll start with Rourkela and let's take a look at your clip from CND. If you look at it closely, you'll start to see that there are little bits that have been welded together, and that's intentional so that you can actually remove one particular section, change it around for a future vehicle, because all future vehicles that will be ladder on frame will be built on this platform. Okay, lots and lots of details there about a particular new platform. All I want to know is what vehicle is that platform used for?
It's the new Mahindra Scorpio's platform.
It's the new Mahindra Scorpio. It's right here with us on the set as well, and that is right, absolutely right, 200 kilometers. The second AV clip from CND for Tezpur University.
This is a concept stage. It's clear that the legislators are pushing every brand to reduce emissions. There is a limit to certain technologies, so we have to evaluate every possible path.
All right, so if you knew who that guy was, it helps. I can tell you, it was Stefan Winkelmann, and he was talking about how this new concept car is going to help this particular manufacturer when it comes to legislation. My question, of course, very clearly, what's the concept car he's talking about?
Asterion LPI 9110 Ford.
All the details in that answer, the Asterion. I want to quickly ask you what makes it special?
It's a fast hybrid.
It's the first hybrid from Lamborghini, right answer. 200 kilometers, no problem there on that one. This is where I throw in a little googly. We have a little bonus question that's based on that answer. Guys, get your buzzers ready. If you answer correctly, it's 200 kilometers. However, if you answer incorrectly, it's minus 100. So listen to my question before you get trigger happy. Where does the name Asterion come from? All right, we got the buzzer. We got the buzzer from Rourkela.
It's a mythical half man, half bull thing. It's from the Greek mythology. Asterion comes from that.
A minotaur from Greek mythology. Absolutely right. Half man, half bull. 200 kilometers to you on that bonus. Very well done. And of course, no prizes for guessing why, because of course it's a hybrid, so half and half. Good job. Very good job. Now, NIT Patna, take a look. It's your AV clip from CND. All right, so we were just talking about the new 5-door Mini, and there it is. That, of course, was the new 5-door Mini Cooper. How many times in the past has the Mini brand offered a 5-door variant?
2 times.
2 times, they say. That is incorrect, which means you get to now pass it to the team of your choice, NIT.
We would like to pass to NIT Rourkela.
To the guys who've been answering everything, yes, go ahead.
0 times.
0 times. It's never happened in the past. Right answer, which means a 100-point split between the two of you. The last of our AV round clips, that's for you. Take a look.
The car not only climbed the mountain with aplomb, but came down even faster, and this was a massive surprise.
Duster all-wheel drive.
Duster all-wheel drive. They would like that capability, but I don't think so. So now you get to choose who you want to pass it to.
NIT Rourkela.
Also going back to Rourkela, do you guys have an answer?
This is GL63 AMG.
GL63 AMG is not right. That's not the right answer either. I'm afraid the answer I was looking for is close enough to that. It's just the G-Class, the G-Wagon. Okay, so that wraps up that particular round. Let's take a look at the scores. So ISM Dhanbad is yet to get moving. We've got Tezpur University next with 200 kilometers at this stage. And we've got both NIT Patna as well as the team from Rourkela tied with 500 kilometers apiece. So it's still anybody's game. And with that, we straight away move into round 3. Now, it's a wonderful little job requirement that I have where I get to spend considerable amount of time with new vehicles like this one. So yes, I've spent a lot of time driving this car, but I can tell you that today all of our participants have also done the same. They've spent a lot of time with the new Scorpio because in this round, all the questions will be based on this car. They've got all the product details, they've got a bit of a brief, and they've also had the chance to get onto the net and find out everything they need to know about the all-new Scorpio. So I hope that was an accurate description. Guys, I hope you've all got to know the new generation Scorpio a little bit better. And it is a buzzer round, so you've got to listen to my question carefully. Remember, if you hit the buzzer halfway through my question, I'm going to stop right there. It's 200 kilometers for the right answer, but there is a minus 100 rider on the wrong answer. So be a little bit careful as you hit those buzzers. The first question, what kind of a rear axle does the new generation Scorpio?
Multi-link suspension.
The specific thing I was looking for there is the banjo axle, because what I said is what kind of rear axle does the new Scorpio have? So it's minus 100. Now, our next question, what is the turning radius in meters for, yes, Raurkela?
It's 5.4 meter.
5.4 meters, 200 kilometers. That's what that results in for you. Good answer. What is the size of the alloy wheels that the new
16 inch.
16 inch? It's 17 inch that I was looking for. The last question, how is the all-new Scorpio's four-wheel drive different from the old one?
The two-wheel drive version using a shift-on-fly mechanism.
You can now shift on fly is all I needed, and that's absolutely right. So redeeming yourselves there, 200 kilometers, good job. For the most part, you guys seem to have gotten your homework done on that car pretty well. On that note, we're going to slip into a short break here. We have plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You've got quite a competition here with the teams from the East Zone that's currently in fray, and we've got our very next round that's called Go Green. In this round, very simply, you've got direct questions once again, but here comes the little twist. While I'm asking that question to that particular team, if any of you think you're confident about the answer, you know the answer, please hit your buzzer. Remember that it's 200 kilometers for the right answer on the direct. If you hit the buzzer and get it right, it's also 200. However, if you get it wrong on the buzzer, it's minus 100. Yes, not too complicated. And if the team hitting the buzzer gets it wrong, well, then we'll continue passing the question to the remaining two teams. And on the pass, you can pick up 100 kilometers as normal. So, Aisam Dhanbad, you get the first question. We're going to go back to starting with you guys. Which transport corporation in India runs the world's largest fleet of CNG buses? Which transport corporation? We've got a buzzer already from Raurkela, so up to you guys now.
Delhi Transport Corporation, DTC.
DTC, Delhi Transport Corporation, they say, and it's absolutely right. 200 kilometers to you. The direct question now for NIT Patna, and you boys will probably have to wait for some scoring there. The question, which green car is driven by Brian Griffin, the dog from the animated sitcom Family Guy? No answer, don't worry, there's no negative marking there. There also wasn't a buzzer, so we pass it to Tezpur University.
Leaf.
He says Leaf, sounds like a guess, that's not right. Raurkela?
Prius, Toyota Prius.
Is that a guess as well?
Yes.
It's a right guess, so you get 100 kilometers on that. Now, the direct question for Tezpur University. Which IT company devised HOME, and that's HOHM, HOME, an energy management application for electric cars to let electric car owners know where it's cheapest for them to recharge their vehicle? I want to know the name of the IT company.
Infosys.
Infosys is not right, so we pass it to Raurkela.
Is it IBM?
IBM, also not right. ISM Dhanbad. Guess away, there's no negative marking. No?
Panasonic.
Panasonic isn't right either. And finally, NIT Patna.
Google.
Google. No, the right answer, Microsoft. Microsoft was the right answer there, and I was so sure that at least on a guess, somebody's going to get that one. The last direct question for our Go Green round to you. Which team replaced Drayson Racing in June 2014 when Drayson pulled out of the Formula E Championship? The recently started Formula E Championship, who replaced Drayson Racing?
Is it Mahindra Reva E-Racing?
Is it Mahindra Racing? No, because Mahindra was there from the start. We go across to ISM Dhanbad.
China Racing.
China Racing, no, that's not right either. NIT.
Renault.
Renault, no, that's not right either. And finally, Tezpur.
Venturi.
No, not Venturi. It's Truly GP is what I was looking for. So we're going to quickly go ahead to round 5. But before that, I have a very special call I need to make. Those of you who registered on our site or wrote into me on Twitter, well, one of you gets lucky because I will be calling you now and asking you your AQ question.
Hello.
Hi, is that Sautam Roy that I'm speaking with, joining us in from Kolkata today?
Yeah, Kolkata.
Hi there, this is Siddharth from the AQ set. We are including you into our quiz today and very simply have to answer a question. And if you give me the right answer, you get some AQ goodies. So you ready?
Okay, hi Siddharth. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. The question, listen carefully. Which Indian vehicle manufacturer was previously known as Bajaj Tempo?
Yes, Bajaj.
You say it's Bajaj? Well, no, I wish it was as simple as that. Sorry about that, but the right answer was Force Motors, which of course manufactures vehicles like the Gurkha and some of the big trucks as well. Thanks though for joining us, and we continue to expect that you will follow the AQ right here. Hard luck this time. All right, now before I move on to the very last round, let's also take a quick look at the scores and where things stand right now. So here's how things stand currently. Tezpur University with 100 kilometers. You got ISM Dhanbad with 300 kilometers. Up next, NIT Patna with 500, and leading at this stage is Rourkela with 800 kilometers. Now we call our last round Drive Safe. Remember that you can still take a bit of a risk here because this is the last round, but it's a high scoring one. It is a buzzer round, so you've got to listen to the questions carefully. Again, remember, if you cut me short, well, take your chances on that. I will not complete the question. It's 100 kilometers for the right answer and minus 100 for the wrong answer. That's where you've got to be careful. But here comes the little kicker on this round. If you're confident about the answer and you think you know it, you want to accelerate, you can triple the points by going 300 kilometers for the right answer if you tell me before you answer. All right, so if you say that, yes, I'm confident, I want to triple, just tell me. And on the right answer, it's 300 kilometers. Wrong answer is minus 200. That's only if you accelerate. Otherwise, plus minus 100 is all it stays at. Question 1. Which sports car manufacturer is coming up with a car named the Sport Series? It's Tezpur.
McLaren.
McLaren, you should have gone triple. That's the right answer, 100 kilometers. With which cartoon character did two-wheeler manufacturer Honda Motorcycle and Scooter India partner with for safety? It's Tezpur again.
Triple.
Yes.
Accelerate.
Yes.
Chota Bheem.
Chota Beam gets you 300 kilometers. Good job. Question 3. Which Skoda model was discontinued in the last fiscal year since Skoda? It's Tezpur, hot on the buzzer.
Accelerate.
Yes, go ahead.
Fabia.
The Fabia gets you another 300. Great job. The VR46 watch is named after, it's Rourkela.
Triple. It's triple. It's Valentino Rossi.
Yes, I know you wanted to triple. Valentino Rossi is the right answer, but it is still 100 kilometers in the bag for you. Next question. Which Italian manufacturer is the official single brake supplier for MotoGP for all teams? Tezpur again.
Accelerate.
Yes.
Brembo.
Brembo is right. That's 300 again. According to its tagline, which Nissan car moves like music? NIT Patna.
Accelerate.
Yes, go ahead.
It is Nissan Micra.
Nissan Micra is incorrect. It's the Evalia that moves like music. Number 7. Which luxury car recently launched in India has been billed as an oasis of calm in a frenetic business world? No one taking chances. The Ghost Series 2 from Rolls-Royce. And the last question. Which car maker has rebranded its global used car business as H Promise? Tezpur again.
Accelerate.
Yes.
Hyundai.
Hyundai, 300 kilometers. Fantastic. Whoa. It's not over yet. We have got a tie between ISM Dhanbad and NIT Patna. So this next question is a tiebreaker just for you. And it's going to be a buzzer. If you think you know the answer, simply give it to me. If you get it right, you move ahead. And if you don't, the other team will move ahead. All right, listen carefully before you hit the buzzer. Datsun has been revived by Nissan and intended for 4 markets. That's India, Indonesia, South Africa, and which country? NIT Patna.
Russia.
Russia, right answer, absolutely right. So NIT Patna moving ahead in that tiebreaker, and now a look at the final scoreboard. So as a result of that tiebreaker, you got ISM Dhanbad with 300 kilometers, NIT Patna on the same score, but of course moving ahead now to our second runner-up position, Raurkela with 900 kilometers, and Pyrotechnics from Tezpur University rockets them to 1400 kilometers, courtesy that last round. Great job. Before anything else, let me invite Mr. Vivek Nair, the Chief Marketing Officer at Mahindra's Automotive Division. Vivek, good to see you.
It was a fantastic round. I mean, I remember way back when we started this together in 2009, we had kept it limited to just engineering students. And we've come a long, long way. You know, now it's open to anyone. And this year we've got more than 1 lakh registrations. That's wow. That reflects the kind of auto passion there is around the country.
All right, so a high voltage contest coming to a close there, and Tezpur University is now our East Zone qualifier into the grand finale. That's of course still a few weeks away, because next week we'll have the West Zone right here on Season 6 of the AQ. Thanks for watching.